What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats? It is Luce and I am back again this week with a very highly requested video actually. Almost everybody wants to know what and how I meal prep because pretty much every week I put on my Instagram videos of the stuff that I've cooked. I always cook on a Sunday. So for my breakfasts, I home make granola, which is one of the recipes that my sister has passed on to me. What I find with granolas, particularly in shops, is first of all, it's really expensive. And also they are so high in sugar. It is so much cheaper to actually just home make your granola. It is so good. I literally can't even tell you. I'm going to batch cook a chicken curry. It's one of those really simple, easy meals that always taste really good. So it's like a really accessible one for everyone. I normally have a really good vegetarian curry, but I've been going to the gym like 4 or 5 times a week at the moment. So I really need loads of protein. So we're gonna put some chicken in it. I love you, mama.
Love you too.
So the first thing you need to do to make the chocolate granola is to preheat the oven. So I think it's 170 degrees for a fan oven and I'm gonna put mine on 180. So now that the oven is warming up, the first step is to chop up some almonds. Obviously you can case this recipe to cook whatever you like. So you can just not have any nuts in it. You can also put different nuts in. You can have walnuts, you can have cashews, literally anything. I like almonds because they're a very good source of protein and I don't know, they just make it taste like more substantial, which is nice. 1 cup of chopped up almonds. So I basically just take a handful and chop them up. Do be careful if you are chopping your almonds by hand because this is actually quite difficult. Does anyone remember that CBeebies show called Big Cook Little Cook? That was one of my favourite shows ever and I'm not ashamed to admit that I still watch it now. Okay, so I've now chopped up all of the almonds and you just need to put them into a bowl. What's good if you are chopping them yourself is you can kind of choose what size you want to chop them to. You can chop them really finely, or if you still want to taste them and have them as a texture within the granola, you can basically just keep them the bigger size. You then need to put in 3 cups of rolled oats. This is basically going to be the base of the granola. Also, what I love about this recipe is, one, it's so cheap, but it's also so easy. Like, this can literally take you, including cooking time, like half an hour to do. 1 cup, 2 cups, and 3 cups. Beautiful. Okay, then you need 1/4 cup of desiccated coconut. Again, like the almonds, coconut is an optional ingredient, so if you don't like coconut, you can swap it in for something else. In she goes, baby. And this recipe will literally do you for a whole week's worth of breakfast if you literally have it every day. You need like 1 teaspoon of salt. I think a bit of salt in this makes it a little bit nicer. It just means that this isn't like sickeningly sweet, which is quite nice. Then we need a third of a cup of cocoa powder. This is basically what makes it chocolate. Beautiful. The next thing we need is 1/4 cup of coconut oil, which is quite a lot of oil, so that's why I buy these big tubs. You actually need to melt it, so you can do this in a saucepan. I just do it in a microwave and it literally takes not even 2 minutes. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. In she goes. Whilst that is doing in the microwave, you need 1/2 cup of maple syrup. That is a lot, but this needs quite a lot of liquid to bind all the granola together. And then your coconut oil, which should literally just be liquid by now. Plop that in too. And for now, that is everything we need to do before it goes in the oven. So just mix all of that together. So you can see literally everything is binded with the liquid and it looks gorgeous. And obviously you need to have a bit of a taste of it because a good chef always tastes their food. Oh, that is good. That is good. Then grab the biggest baking tray you have and then just pull the granola out onto your tray. If you need to, you can use 2 trays if you haven't got a big enough one. The key to this is you need to really spread out the granola across the tray because if it's all in one big clump, it's not all gonna cook, so you need to make sure it's all flat. Oh my god, she's so good. So basically it's between 17 to 24 minutes. Obviously you can judge when you think it's done, but just make sure it doesn't burn because it's got all that maple syrup in it. It would be quite easy to burn. Check it at 17 and then see what it's like. In she goes. The best part of cooking. Whilst the granola is in the oven, I'm gonna get started on the curry. So I'm just gonna first of all just chop up some red onion. I just much prefer red to brown onions. I've heard that they are healthier, but also I just much prefer the taste of them. Oh god, this is gonna make me cry. Guys, I just want to say this video is making me really emotional and I can't hack it. I just can't. I'm just kidding, it's the onions. I'm just such a good actor. actress. The reason why I meal prep, it's just so much easier to just get it all done on one day, and then you feel really good because you don't even have to think about what meals you need to cook during the week. You literally just know it's all done already. So I would just suggest getting the biggest wok that you can find, because curry can take up quite a lot of room, and I always find I choose a saucepan that is way too small and then I'm stuck. Then put your onion in with a bit of olive oil and turn on the gas. I'm gonna put some little potatoes in with the curry. I have some that need eating. I've just got little new potatoes, so I'm just gonna chop them all in half, and then I basically just need to boil them until they're done. So my granola has now been in the oven for about half the time that it needs to cook for, so I'm gonna get it out and flip it over so that it cooks on the other side as well. Oh, she smells good. And then pop her back in for the remaining time. So now that the onions started cooking, I'm gonna chop up the chicken and put that in, and put the potatoes on to boil. My camera really had to stop filming just as I started cutting up raw chicken. Pop all the chicken in with the onion, season the chicken and the onion. My granola is ready. After it's out, I just like to push it around the tray a little bit so that it forms into clusters like proper granola. Do you know, my eyes are actually gone so funny after that onion. I just think it was a really strong one. So for my curry sauce, I just got an Asda own one because they are so much cheaper than the proper brands of curry. What I love about these ones is they have seasoning in the top as well as the sauce, so you can put the seasoning in with the chicken and the veg whilst it's cooking, so you get more flavour within it. Oh, it smells so good. The chicken is still browning and the granola is cooling, and we got the potatoes. Once you're sure the chicken is properly cooked and brown, you can put your sauce in. And once you've got the potatoes in, that is literally it for me. Normally I'll put some spinach in afterwards or some peppers. I'm just gonna leave that on a low heat to simmer for about 10-15 minutes more. The granola is now cooling. I'm gonna get some sultanas, which obviously is optional. I know some people are so fussy about sultanas and raisins, but they are my favorite thing. And I bought this Lindt dark chocolate. Sprinkle it over the top of the granola. Now I just need to wait for the granola to be completely cool, otherwise it goes really soggy and gross when you put it in a container. Okay, so I've done all of my washing up and everything is cooked. So now I'm just going to divide my curry into containers, which I'm going to freeze. So this has given me about 3 portions of curry, which is so good. That was my meal prep with you on a Sunday evening. I'm now just gonna curl up in front of the TV with a hot chocolate, and I'm probably gonna watch the Christmas film. I know, hate me, it's early, but I've seen Let It Snow has come out on Netflix and I really wanna see it. So I might watch a Christmas movie. I also will be watching David Attenborough's new series. I normally make about 3 days worth of lunches on a Sunday. I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I normally buy something else for Thursday and Friday, like soup, or I normally make like a sandwich or like a tuna and sweet corn pitta. Basically just an easy meal for Thursday and Friday, which I can just whack up literally just the evening before. If you guys want to see different meals, or if you have recipes you want me to try out and you think are really good for meal prepping, then please send them my way. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been really highly requested, so I hope this is what you guys wanted. So I hope you had an amazing Monday, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye! Bye!